Now the question is, what did happen Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? Well, actually, after Tuesday, after the day that I again found out that new people were sent again behind me. I already posted a video last week about this Ahmed and Hamuda that were sent to the court. And now I have posted the video about Monday and Tuesday about the people that again have sent to the court. So it means that it's very important that I don't go to the court. And well, what did happen Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? That they sent again other people. Well, they found out that this Illuminati Freemason thing is actually very simple. They work with they work in the drugs. They work in that. They are the investors of it. So they have rascals that work for them, mostly Moroccans. And those Moroccans, they of course deal for them, but they have also other jobs like going to courts and fooling other people's children. Anyway, so what did happen Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? Did they continue? Yes, they did. Well, actually, not completely, because Wednesday I went to the gasoline station and I went to sit there. And then suddenly I was sitting in a corner, not be able to be seen. So this Ahmed came in to drink a coffee. He did not see me. I was observing him. He was up on his phone. So first I looked at him. I said, is it him or is it not him? They have a certain magic around them that when you look at them, you think that they're not those persons. They look like someone else. So I looked really at him very, very clear, and I said, this is someone else. This is probably, it could be his brother or his cousin. So they have a certain magic around them because I looked at him and I thought it was someone else. But when 3 people came in, I went outside, and suddenly this Ahmed stopped watching at his phone and looked at me. And this was the moment that I recognized him, because he used his eyes, he looked in my eyes, so I recognized him because I looked in his eyes, you understand? So he became the real person. So, and then I started to phone call and to walk, and of course he become afraid, because he know that he's working for people, for a criminal organization. And well, he stand up. I started to cut my phone to make a video recorder about him, but I was so stupid not to put the button of the recorder, so only could record the last 2 minutes. So I put the video on him. He had his car parked very close to the cafe, like he was afraid that someone would that he could almost not be able to walk to his car. So he wanted to be sure to step in his car. And so I recorded him and I said, why do you work for the Freemasons, Illuminati Jews? You're working for them? And then he started to tell me, go, I cannot use that word, but he said, go sleep with Saudis. I said, I have never slept with Saudis and I have never a relationship with Saudis, so I don't know what you're speaking about. And they had so much hate. He only could use the name Saudi Arabia. He only could name Saudi, go with Saudi Arabia, go with Saudi Arabia. He said, go with Saudi Arabia. I said, and I looked at him, I said, what did the money of the Lihud do to you now, you know? What did the money of the Lihud do to you now? What are you? Are you Lihudi or are you convert to be Lihudi? Are you distance yourself from Islam and you become Lihudi, or what are you? You become actually a Lihudi, you know? I said, what have the money of the Lihud done to you? And he said, go with Saudi Arabia, go with, and he started to repeat this, go with Saudi Arabia, go with Saudi Arabia. So I record, I say, what did the money of the Lihud do to you? What did the money of the Lihud do to you? What did the money of the Lihud do to you, you know? Well, continue recording. Of course, he did not like it. He tried to come to me, but there were a lot of people in the cafes who couldn't do anything, you know, because it was a cafe next to a gas station. So I keep on recording him, and then I saw that he stepped in his car, and his car was just in front of the door. So I recorded also his matricula, his number plate, and his car. But then when he drive away, I saw that I did not push the record button, so I only recorded him the last little part. So this is it. And this was Wednesday. So it's just strange that I work with this kind of people. That these people are. I mean, I told him. I have you given your name to Morocco. You are not allowed to come inside Morocco because these people are a danger. I mean, I don't say that I agree with the politics. I mean that most politics in Arab states are influenced by negative pressure of the West, especially the United States, and of course the Zion politics. But it doesn't mean that I will create wars in those countries or let people go to the street and destroy lives like what happened in Syria. But to be honest, this kind of men that work for the Likud, that get paid by the Likud to border just a simple girl like me, they also get money to go to, for example, Morocco, to the streets and try to get some protest for pro-democracy. What is pro-democracy? You can even get not democracy in France, where a Muslim is not allowed to wear a headscarf. So what is democracy? They just use the word democracy, but they just want to ruin countries to get cheap prices. When prices are in war, everything is cheap. Even tomatoes are cheap. You understand? So these kuffars, well, this is actually what they are. They are infidels, because if they really have known who Allah, who God is, they would have respect for Allah's creation, not only for the people that He created, but also the life that He created. And it's about just the responsibility of the person and the relation between him and God to be pious or not. No one is allowed to tell you to wear a headscarf or not to pray 5 times. It's your religion and you can do that. Or you can wear what you want. You can wear the long dress. You can wear what you want. No one is allowed to say that. Who are they to say that? So we have just arrived at the point that they use this kind of rascals that are probably poor, that have lived whole their life in Morocco. Maybe some are also have no parents. I don't know their history. It's very easy from Spain to come inside, from Morocco to come inside Spain. Spain is very easy with Moroccan immigrants, you understand? So you come inside, you get a temporary thing, you can work. So these people come from a very poor situation, and this is probably has changed them to say, okay, now I'm in Europe, now I get this, I get that, and these Lihud Massonin ask me to work for them. I work for them, because they're the one that are feeding me. So I told him, you're not allowed to enter Morocco because I have given your name, because it's a dangerous that this kind of men that work for the Lihud Massonin enter Morocco, because they can do anything on the street. They get the order from them to have the function of the dajjal, to destroy people, to destroy me, to destroy others. They can also destroy other girls. They can also get the order. There's a multimillionaire that has built a hotel in, by example, Tanja. Go after him, spy on him. I mean, this kind of people, there's a sect. So it's not that they're just behind me. They do other criminal activities. So I told him, I warned them, and then he ran away with his car. So at the same time, I went back to the gas station, and I had with me something, because the day before on Tuesday in the evening, I went to eat in a Moroccan restaurant, the same restaurant where I was before. And this restaurant is from a Dutchman from Holland. He never comes there, maybe 2 times a year. He pays everything, his employees, but he never comes there. So one guy that it was before working in the kitchen, he works now in another place where they make the bread. They opened a new store for bread and all these things, close to the mosque. So he came to me and he gave me something, because he asked me, it's a long time I did not see you. He asked me 2 days before, it's a long time that I did not see you. I said, yes. Were you away? I said, no. I explained to him the circumstances. And then he asked me, why they are behind you? Did you maybe go with a Saudi? I mean, it's crazy that someone that was working in a restaurant before and where I went to eat always, and that's now working in a farran, in a bread place, that suddenly see me and greets me, how are you, and blah blah blah, I did not see you a long time, and then get the answer why. And then his response is about this Lihud Masinin, why are they behind you? Did you maybe go with a Saudi? And I mean, it's just very strange, because before, this Ahmed, it's the same. He said, go with Saudis, go with Saudis. Why? I mean, beside the part that I also don't agree with everything about politics, what happens in the world, but I know that it's coming from the Western countries, these politics. But beside the fact that I don't agree, what is this problem? Why they have so much hate, Why they have so much hate that they're even willing that it will become like Syria, by example. Why they have so much hate that they are working for the Lihud, that they have go to such a level to work with Lihud, that are killing Muslimin for Syria and Palestine. So why? I mean, that they have so much hate for Saudi, such a much level that even the Lihud that are killing Akhwan al-Muslimin are become better. So why? How is this? So this Nordin or Rashid, has maybe two names. He said to me, I said, no, I have. Why you ask me this question? And I know. And then he said to me, okay. So the day after, when I saw him on Wednesday, he gave me something in the evening. He gave me bkhor and some little yellow thing. He came to me. I was speaking with my phone, with my father at the phone. He even disturbed me while I was speaking with my father. Imagine I am speaking with my father at the phone, WhatsApp, and this stupid person can even not wait till I finish with my father. He found it important to come to disturb me while I'm having a conversation, that I need to put my father on mute and then speak with him. He has not time to wait till I finish, because probably it was important for him. So what did he do? He got a aluminium paper. He put in it some sand, and he said to me, this is bkhor, you need to put it in your house. And then he had another one, a yellow little stone. He said to me, he cut it. He said, this is also, I cut it it's very difficult to get it. I got it from Oman. And then he said to me, this sand, he has no smell, nothing. He said, this sand you must put every day a little in your house. And about this little stone, he said, this little yellow stone you must always wear with you. It is very difficult to get it. I get it from Oman. My first reaction is, because I don't want to be rude to people, is I accepted it. I said, okay, thank you for this. But as soon I was packing it, I went to my bag, and he was standing in front of me. I said to him, thank you, but I just want to let you know, nothing can protect me illa Allah, I said, thank you for this bkhor. You can put bkhor in your house for nice smell. You can put bkhor in your house for nice smell, but not for protection. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has created this bkhor. He has created these stones. How can you believe that bkhor will help you? Well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created this stone, has created this sand. You understand? I said, to put it in the house for nice smell, yes, I will do it, thank you. But it's only Allah that protects, because Allah is the one that creates. He said, yes, it's good that you have such a high iman, he said. And then he left. I'm surprised to see people, they pray and everything, but what they're doing is actually all useless. Even if they pray, because They have the basic things, they don't have it. And it's because for this reason why there's so much fitna on earth coming from these people themselves. Because I see them pray and everything, but it's all not helping them, because they are not close to God, they are not close to Allah. Because even if they pray, they are not close to Him. Why are they not close to Him? This is a perfect example. He gives me sand to put in my house. Allahu Alam if he's playing or not, because it really looks like sand. I'm not stupid. I know what bkhor is. So this kind of people, they pray. Well, they're not close. And at the meantime, they're not close to God. Why? Well, probably because they know themselves what they're doing in their life. They know themselves in niyyah, the niyyah that they have. They know themselves what is in their head and their heart. You understand? I mean, God also knows it, but these people that are praying and يقولوا راسهم مسلمين and everything, and locking their wives probably home and having very strict restrictions, which is of course not a bad thing, but you cannot start with restrictions if you don't have the basic, What is wrong with these people? Because they pray and everything, but there's something wrong. Yes, there's something wrong, because they know what is in their head and in their heart. Probably they're not always clean with other people. They fool other people or something like that. Or they don't want to help other people. Or they don't want to share a little bread with other people. You understand? They know themselves, their character and their personality. They know it. They know it themselves. You understand? So they probably, for these reasons, they are not close to Rabbi, to God. So even if they pray because it's like a duty to pray. They probably tried with the prayings to remove some sins that they have committed all the day, even maybe just by thinking, So they are not reaching the high level to come close to Allah, to God, And this is a perfect example. I mean, he dared to come disturb me while I'm speaking. No, first he dared to come to ask me if I want with the Saudi. Why the Illuminati Freemasons are behind him, like Princess Diana, And then he's so rude to plan another day, to come to me to give me some sand and to disturb me while I'm speaking with my father. And then I tell him, thank you for it. Thank you. Thank you. It's always good to have, bkhor is good for having a nice smell. But his idea was to give it to me to protect me. And I made it clear to him. I said, only Allah is protect. So this is why these people, they are damned to fail. And this is why their ummah is in fitna now and in wars and everything. Because even if the kuffar try to destroy you and make war, when the ummah has al-iman and has the right deen, no one can destroy them. But they're created like this. These Muslimin are created like this. The qarin that is with them, the whole creation, they are missing al-iman. And that's why the hadith is true. This is why the hadith, we cannot deny the hadith, because the hadith says that everyone will be killed except the Ahl al-Iman. What is al-Iman? Well, al-Iman is a discussion that we can have about, but everyone knows what is al-Iman. وَإِبْرَاهِيمَ كَانَ حَنِيفًا وَمَا كَانَ مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ. You only put your trust only on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And these people have even fear. They have fear even, when you see them, they say that they are Muslims and they pray, but they're in the worldly matters. If God would decide for them that they have nothing, only bread and water, I'm sure they would kill or do more. It's not like people that really have iman that say, Ana radi ala Allah, Ana radi ala Allah, accept, and you eat and you sleep and that's it, and you wait for to die. And you're not afraid to die, But these people have certainly no iman, absolutely not. They're trying to rebel against their own people. Everyone is against each other. Rifi is against Harbi. Harbi is against this. They're missing it. They're maybe cursed or something like that. So I put it back in my bag. I put it back in my bag what he gave me, but I made a very clear message to him. And then he said to me, "It's good that you have iman." So then I went back to speak with my father, and I finished with my father. I didn't tell him anything, of course. And then it was the next day, Thursday. So on Thursday, I did some other things, of course. On Thursday, no, let me say, no. On Tuesday evening, he gave me those bkhor. So on Wednesday, when I was in the gas station, I saw this Ahmed. I recorded him. In the meantime, I said also to myself, I will burn this bkhor that he gave me to put it away, because it was still in my bag, because he gave it to me Tuesday evening and it was still in my bag, and I didn't want it to be more in my bag. So when I saw this Ahmed and recorded him, after I took it from my bag, I went outside, I burned it. And when I burned it, I found out it was just sand, I burned it. I said the surat, I burned it, both of them. I put on it some paper so that it can really burn, and the aluminium and some paper. Put it by a tree. Then I went inside. I let it burn. It had become black. I left it there because I know no one would get it. I went inside. I read some water with the ruqya, with the Quran, the Kareem, all these surat of sihr. And I went out and bath and I put it inside, the water on it. Then I took it. There was some bushes very far where no one comes. So I threw it very, very hard in the sky and it fell very far in the sand in the bushes. I did not bury it, but it's not necessary. In this situation, it's urgent situation. I just throw it in the sky. It falls, probably the leaves and the sand will go in the ground and no one walks there. So it's already burned. I already put the water in it. So in case they're fooling me or whatever. So this I did Wednesday. So then I tried to evaluate and I said by myself, I want always to eat in that restaurant. And I want to evaluate by myself, then I realized myself that they're actually also not real Muslimin. Because why would he ask me something about that Saudi Arabia? So he knows that it's not allowed to go with the Khariji. Because he asked me, did you go with the Saudi? So he knows that the Illuminati Freemasons, they don't want those people here. You understand? Because why would he ask me what if I did go with the Khariji? If he knows that there's Lihud, the Masuni are behind me, why would he ask me if I went with the Khariji? So it means that the whole idea of the Masunin is against Saudiin, it's against the Kharijiyin. Why would they be against them? They themselves, Lihud themselves, are killing Ikhwan al-Muslimin and themselves have no respect for democracy, So why would they? Because of course they know that the center of the Islamic world is Najd, is Saudi. You understand? So they know it's a center, and to destroy the center, but not only to destroy the center, it's also the biggest oil. So the Lihud are trying, the Lihud having a very, very big ambition plan. They're playing double, they're laughing in your face and doing things behind back. They're having a very, very ambitious plan, but I can tell you, they are very, very stupid, because they're really fools. They're really underestimating the situation. They really think that they can become the new rulers. I tell you, when a person is a fool, you cannot change anything about it. When a person is a fool, he is just a fool. He is just a fool, So, so this is what happens. So Tuesday he gave me that thing in the evening when I was there eating, and I finished with my father conversation. And Wednesday, I saw this Ahmed, and I burned these things that he gave me, the other person. So Wednesday, I went again back there in the evening to eat because I was late. So when I went there back, I ordered some food. At first, I just wanted to eat soup, and it was very strange because I don't know, when I eat there, after I got some strange things in my stomach, but of course I always say the Quran when I eat. And I thought I ordered some chicken or something. At first, I went actually for a soup, but I said I ordered some chicken. And after I regretted, they brought me some chicken. I didn't like it. I didn't like the whole image of it. And then I ordered some tea. There's one guy working. He always tries to joke, you know. He always tries to make fun, you know, jokes. You know, I don't want. I go there as a client. I don't want to be close with people and speak with people. But you know, this is how it is. We see a woman alone. You come and they speak and they laugh, and I just ignore them a little bit and you know say something back and that's it. But then they brought me my tea, and I just made a joke. I said, "Ah, you put sihr in my tea." And then he took my tea back with him. And then another one came that was always doing the payments. I think he's a Sahrawi or something. And he was never really kind. He's like, I don't know what his personality is, but he has a black white thinking, I think. He came and he took the tea and he threw it away. And I said by myself, oh my God, they're all the time fooling and joking around. And when I make a joke, I only say, oh, this tea is sihr, you know. They take it and they throw it away, while they also can say that it's a joke, you know. So say they take it probably so personal. I even heard one of them that was in the kitchen. I even heard him praying hard, you know. So imagine that these people are even praying, you know. So what is it that while they're praying that this deen of them is not helping them, you know? And so then, of course, then this Nordin or Rashid came in, the same person that gave me this sand. And he said to the people next to me, hola. Because there were some people sitting next to me, a Moroccan with a Russian. He said to them, hola. I ignored him because I was speaking with my father. I refused to leave, of course, because I said I will stay a little bit, you know. So he went to the kitchen. And probably in the kitchen, I don't know what happened in the kitchen. Maybe they spoke or something. And then at the end, by the door, I saw this worker that makes a tea go to him to speak with him. He was standing with them by the door. I don't know what he said to him. But I think he said to him like that I sat sihr in the tea or something like that. Or maybe related to the bkhor that he gave me the day before. And then he left. And then the other person came back. I found them like losers, you know. Like I really, you know, how if you see these people, you know, people in the world, they make problem about big issues, you know, big important issues. If you see these people, how they act and walk and going from the kitchen and going to the door and looking at me speaking, and you know, if you see these people, I say like, you know, this is really, I feel really poor people. I feel really sorry for these poor people, you know. If they know what the worldly matters, what really serious worldly matters are to speak about and everything, I really feel sorry for these poor people. Now, probably they have zero education of it declares they're working in a restaurant and they probably cannot look very far. This is the only thing they see is some chicken plate in front of them, and you know. So what can I say, you know? And I was finishing the conversation with my father, laughing, laughing with my father and speaking with my father and everything, without tea, of course. Laughing, 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 and in the meantime, they were all in the kitchen, locked up the self. They even put out the Wi-Fi because I was using their Wi-Fi. They put out the Wi-Fi, but I continued speaking with my father with my own internet. So, just because I said with a joke, sihr and tea, well, they the evening before gave me bkhor and everything. So they took it just that personal, and that this other person said, when I said Lihud are behind me, did you go with the Masunin? Did you go with Saudi? You know? So At that moment, I really thought, what is happening, you know, because I really thought, because saw them praying and everything, I really thought it was okay to eat there, you know. But when the whole picture was ready, I said, wow, maybe they are Muslims, but they are just against me. Maybe they pray and they see themselves as the real Muslims, but at the meantime, they are against me. So they pray and they see themselves as the real Muslims, but at the meantime, they are against me. So they find it justified to fool me. So in their eyes, they are the Muslims, the real Muslims, and I'm not. You understand? So they find it justified to play double behind my back. You understand? Because I see them praying and everything, I said it's okay. But I see them praying and everything, it's okay. But maybe they think they're real Muslims and what they're doing is okay. But in the meantime, they can be against me. Because probably they will think like she's having her own plan or something, you know. So this is the thing. I see them praying everything. So I say it's safe for me to come here and to eat. But I have found out something new. It's because maybe they're praying and everything, but if they're against me, then they, even if they're praying and Muslims, if they're against me, they can work against me on different ways. They can fool me with poor, they can fool me in food. You understand? So I don't know, you know, I don't know what I should think, you know, about them. What I should think about them, because even if I think that they can do nothing in my food, maybe they still can do it, because I only made a joke. I'm always eating there. I only made a joke. And this was the reaction. And I'm always eating there, but when I eat there, after something strange happened to me with the food. But I always say the Quran and the Adkar, you know, Bismillah الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء والسماء العليم, you know, I always say that. So it's very strange. It's very strange. It's again a very new experience. So I continued speaking with my father at the phone, you know, laughing with him and everything. But of course, you need to do that, you know. You need to do that, you know. I mean, people are created with Satan's against next to them. It's normal that we meet people like this. You know, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created human beings, very complicated, you know. And if you see these people praying and thinking to do the good things, but it's a fact that God has created next to them a companion spirit that is something like a Satan. It's with everyone, with them also. So they're thinking to do the good thing. Well, actually, they're not doing the good thing. You understand? Because